Move out of the way, Brad Pitt. I'm the real Formula One driver. Anyways, as you can see, we're going to see F1, baby. The new Joseph Kosinski film starring Brad Pitt, Damson Idris. Big fan of both. Big fan of all three. Carrie Condon. Got a filmer today, a cameraman. It's not going to be a reoccurring thing, probably, but hey, for today, we're going professional, baby. F1! Let's go! F1! That was a blast, man. Look, man, I've never really particularly cared about racing or like any of that stuff. I do this in every video, I feel like, but I kind of want to go watch Formula One now. Like, I probably won't actually get into it because I never have been. But if anything's gonna get you into, racing and watching Formula One and following all that, F1, the movie, that's what it's called. That's the movie to do it, man. I mean, it's getting hot. Like, you already know, you're gonna get a great performance from Brad Pitt. He delivered in this. He pulled off the Sonny Hayes, bad boy, rebellious, former, race car driver role. Yeah, Brad was great, but the stand-up performance for me, and I feel like probably for a lot of people who watch this, Damson Idris as JP or Joshua Pierce. He is, gosh, I've been a fan of him for a few years. And the way his character he wasn't a foil to Brad Pitt, and Brad Pitt wasn't really a foil to his character, but they're, them butting heads led to some great moments, and it also led for a great arc for both of them, I felt like. And, a lot of times for like relationships like that in these movies or any movies, any like action movie really, it could be like very two-dimensional, surface level, and I wouldn't say they were really super in-depth with their relationship, but they do go deeper, and they do actually have a really good arc with each other that honestly really pays off for me in the end. And I would say, he's basically the co-lead, so please, Hollywood, put Damson Idris in more stuff, okay? And it's a racing movie. You could probably pull it off with the cool sequences and sound design without having more so three-dimensional characters and relationships, but I feel like this movie, it didn't go as deep as it probably could have, but it did so, and they did a good job of pulling it off. Carrie Condon as, what was her name, bro? Carrie Condon's character, forgot her name, was great. I've only seen her in The Banshees of Inisherin before, but great job in this role, designing the cars and being somewhat of a love interest to Bradley Pitt. Javier Bardem as Ruben, and I like how this reaction is just me talking about all the characters, but that's because these are great actors, people, okay? I'm gonna get to the other stuff. Ruben, I don't know what to say about Ruben. He was in the movie more than I expected, and you can never go wrong with a Javier Bardem performance. The whole supporting cast, really, you had a lot of smaller character parts in the pit crew. They provided a nice flair here and there, some great moments like the crew running and such that the theater really got a chuckle from, and I found very endearing and fun to see, and how they called back to it. Joseph Kosinski's direction, you're not gonna go wrong with that, all right? I've seen Oblivion, Tron Legacy, Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, 3 great movies. This is the 4th one. This is probably his second best after Top Gun Maverick. Also, how do you top that? But still, he made me care about not just him, but his direction, the way they edit, the sound design. This is what my brother even said. This one, you got to see that in the theater, and I agree, because even if you have a sound bar and speaker system at home, it's not going to do that justice, man. And the way they shoot and edit these things, same could have gone for Top Gun. I don't get how it seems like so complicated, but it could have been so choppily edited and not, been easy to watch and follow. But I don't know who the editor is. They did a great job. Didn't really hurt my head or anything at all. I feel like it was really smooth. I'd say overall, it's just like a great, classic, I want to say American sports. Not even American, because there's so many different nationalities.
Not too complicated either.
No, well, yeah, that's why it's like classic American. No, why do I keep saying American? Classic sports / inspirational summer film, Not a perfect blockbuster, a great blockbuster that I really enjoyed. I feel like they could have lingered on some moments and scenes, more so in some moments. I'm not going to go into spoilers here, but if people want me to, maybe I will. But yeah, it could have taken its time more, but the pacing overall was really awesome. I was never bored. I was interested in all the characters. They all had great interactions with each other. The writing was good. And it's an inspirational movie, and it's a fun movie to watch. It's rated R, but I feel like families could see it, you know? Yeah, it's rated R. I get why. But still, highly recommend F1. I do want to see it again in the theaters. I don't know if I'll have the time to, because freaking Jurassic World next week, then Superman, and then it's a great summer. But yeah.
And Feet 4.
Fantastic Four, yes. But F1, man, I was not let down by this. I had a blast. Let's see if my little bro, has some thoughts, huh? What'd you think?
I mean, it was good. Very entertaining. Had to use the restroom, but I couldn't miss any of it just because it was action-packed and had some good jokes that would make you laugh. So overall, I really liked it. It was pretty good.
And I don't know if I really mentioned it. I kind of did it when I talked about the characters, but there is a nice emotional backbone in this movie that I'm sure you kind of get a sense of that from the trailers, but I do a really good job of pulling it off here. And that honestly makes it a lot better than, like I said, if it was a surface level racing summer blockbuster. And I think Joseph Kosinski brings that, emotional factor into it pretty nicely. So, yeah, F1, the movie. I'm gonna go drive really fast now, so wish me luck.